I feel some sadness hearing you speak about how so many of us are complacent and in our patterns and doing the same thing each day and not dreaming. I do feel sad about that, and I feel grateful that I did the Landmark Forum back in 1996. I think we need some slapping. I think that we need to be slapped awake. Now, sometimes it'll happen through a tragedy. We lose someone, we lose a lot of money, we lose our job. Often loss is a catalyst for us. I was fortunate that I was unhappy. I guess it's weird to say. I was fortunate that I was unhappy in my marriage and I was complaining about it, and someone said, why don't you go and do this course? And that slapped me awake and got me into what's possible. Now, the animals, all animals are creatures of habit. And again, I think it's evolutionary. That's fine. But humans have this ability to say, what if? We have the ability to imagine. But the mind is very tricky. And I think it will hide a lot of these possibilities and dreams. And it might not even get into your conscious brain because somewhere deep in the recesses, something has said, oh no, that's going to be awkward, or that's going to be risky, or that would never work for you. One thing that from my life that I think is crazy, because I'm a life coach and you'd think I'd be fully expressed, and I am in a lot of areas, but for years, 10 years, I'd harbored this secret idea that one day I'd like to dive into acting. Just do a full-on diploma course, like a year, 2 years, do auditions every day, move to Los Angeles. You know how many people I told about that dream over 10 years? 0. Because my mind didn't even really allow it to exist as a real possibility. It was just, one day that'd be nice to do. Finally, 4 months ago, I started speaking it out loud. I was like, maybe next year's the time to do this, because I don't know how long I'm going to live. I'm 53. Hopefully I'll get another 30 years, but I don't know. And I started speaking it, and then as soon as I started speaking it, things happened. A friend heard me and said, why don't you come and audition with me for this play? And I'm like, well, I don't know how to act. I don't know how to audition, but I'll come and read. And if they like the lines, I'll read some more. And then they cast me as the lead in a play. I just did 13 performances of Dracula in a paid professional production, all because I started speaking it. But the point is, the mind is tricky, and it will hide these things, and I am sad about that. But for those who have the spark, maybe they're awakened by watching an inspiring movie, or they had a dream or a near-death experience or something, and they got the spark and they say, I want to create. I want to see what more is possible for me, and I want to create. And then secondly, I want to move towards that at a faster pace than I would on my own. That gets me excited. It's like, oh yeah, how do you move faster? Instead of 5 years to maybe achieve the goal, what about 1 year to definitely achieve the goal? Well, we can never promise definite, but at least double or triple your chances. That's a game that I think the high performers play, and that I see them play over and over again. What more can I create that I'm not seeing yet? Like, where are my blind spots? And how do I move faster, which might involve focus, which is not easy for us humans in this day and age. It might involve leverage, that you're doing too many things that other people could be doing. There are a number of things. I usually focus on 3 areas. 1, how's your productivity? Let's have you achieve twice as much in half the time. 2, how's your revenue? Let's double revenue. And then 3, how's your leverage? What could other people be trained up and manage to do maybe better than you can, and much cheaper than you can?